Here with me on the stage in Leicester, Roman Skuplak, the leader of the Conservatives in Leicester City Council, and Karen Chohan, who's chair of the People's Centre in Leicester, which is a community regeneration scheme. Morning to you both.
Morning.
Just talking about the immigration message, and let's focus first of all, Mr. Skuplak, on that message from the Conservatives. Do you think it struck a chord with the white population of Leicester?
I think it certainly has. There are certainly limits to the capacity of society to absorb successive waves of immigration, and the white population of Leicester have had successive waves of immigration over recent years. We've had the principally Asian immigration about 35 years ago. In recent times, we've seen Kosovans, we've seen Somalis. I think finally the indigenous population is saying sort of enough is enough.
Oh, well, this is the audience letting you know. I mean, people are saying that the immigration issue, especially from the Conservatives' point of view, and talking about a cap on immigration and asylum, is scaremongering. Foreign nationals don't pose a threat to resources and public services, and that's the message that seems to be coming through.
I think it isn't a question of resources, really. It's a question of having a harmonious society. Leicester's often referred to as being a harmonious multicultural society. It is. But the Cantle report that was referred to earlier today, produced about 3 years ago, shows that in Leicester, although there has been an absence of violence, as you say, the communities live totally parallel existences. There isn't, in the main, an integrated society in Leicester. Most people,
but they found a way to coexist.
Yeah, but most people in Leicester, whether they are white or Asian, live predominantly amongst their own communities. That is a fact.
Let me bring in Karen Chohan here. You're not agreeing with that?
No, I don't agree with that. And I think, where you have got communities that look as though they're all white or they're all black is largely to do with economic reasons. I mean, I myself lived in quite a poor area of Leicester until very recently, and as I grew in my economic independence, we were able to move out. Where I live now, in Humberston, it's a fantastically integrated area, and I really appreciate living in Leicester, because if you move around and work, live, shop in Leicester, the people of Leicester, white and black and Asian, are absolutely fantastic. You have a really polite response from shopkeepers. We've lived together here harmoniously for many, many years, and when the Ugandan Asians came in the 60s and 70s, they've made a fantastic contribution to the economy of Leicester.
Well, clearly people are agreeing with what you're saying. Do you think that there is a danger at its very worst that a decision to make immigration and asylum a primary issue in this campaign could heighten racial tension, or indeed simply disincline the non-white voters to vote Conservative?
Yes, I do. I think it's very dangerous. I mean, I've got a leaflet that came through my door just the other morning, and the top headline is about controlled immigration. And in my area, it's just, it's not an issue. But to put it there as an issue starts to ramp up whether we've got good race relations or not. And it's not a ticket we want to see.
Just finally to you, Roman Skuplak, it seems to be that your message isn't necessarily going down well with the people that you're trying to attract to vote. Are you worried that it could affect the way that people decide on May the 5th?
No, it certainly will affect the way people decide on May the 5th. And it is an issue.
But against you,
it is an issue for many people. Karen presumably mixes in a totally different social group to myself, but when I knock on the when I knock on the doors, this is a major issue. And, like it or not, we ignore it at our peril. And politicians in this country have ignored it for many years. And, there will be a backlash one day if we continue to ignore it.
Roman Skuplak and Karen Chohan, I'm sorry we've got to finish it there, but thank you very much.